In short, what LTOSM does is connect over layer 2 microservices that are in different Kubernetes clusters, using the so-called LTOSM networks. First, we are going to briefly see the architecture diagram. I like to focus on how there are two types of roles. First, there is the network administrator who manages and creates the LTOSM networks, accessing different clusters with a Kubernetes client. Then, there's the LTOSM network user, a user that will create pods or any pod workload with access to an existing LTOSM network. Let's now move to the demonstration scenario. We will see how an LTOSM network is created and how different users connect in microservices using it. In this scenario, there are two different Kubernetes clusters, each of them with a local LTOSM installation and a network edge device, an open virtual switch managed by an SDN controller, the IDCO provider. A third node hosts the IDC provider that will serve the network between these two clusters. We are now checking if any LTOSM network resource exists at any of the clusters and the IDCO provider. There's none, as we haven't created any yet. We take the role of the network administrator, and using a computer with internet access and Kubernetes credentials to the different clusters, we create this Spain network. Once it's created, we verify that it's been successfully created across all clusters. And now we verify as well that the IDCO provider has created the network. Internally, when the LTOSM network is created, the local installation of LTOSM and the network edge devices are connected, allowing users to deploy pods using their respective LTOSM installation. We now take the role of the network user, who has access to cluster A. We deploy a really simple pod, ping, inside the network, specifying a static IP address. We will later use this pod to verify connectivity through the network. We transition now to the other network user role, the one that has access to cluster B. In this cluster, a similar pod is deployed, pong, with another IP address that will receive traffic from the original ping pod. Inside pod pong, we verify that a new interface has been added to the pod with the specified IP address that has connectivity to the Spain network. We launch a TCP dump to later check the incoming traffic. From cluster A, using pod ping, we start a ping to pong, the pod in cluster B. We verify that there is connection. Let's now go back to the network administrator role and delete Spain network to check how it will automatically stop the connectivity between the two microservices. Once the network is deleted, the ping stops working.